trying to get you to sign a
Like
contract.
that one. Is that jealous?
How about Derek? How about Team Silly Goose?
Yes.
Teams in the games all the way.
Yeah.
That,
I am
like-
obsessed with Shayla's. She's like Jenna Ortega.
Like when you did decide to start
Posting. I
posting.
love this girl. I love both of you.
I know.
Aw,
That's a yeet.
That's a
Is
yeet
that
for
jealous?
sure. Growing up, when did you know you were gay? What was that experience like for you? I think we've talked about this a little bit. I think you guys have pretty different experiences. And I think that's one thing that the younger community does need to know, that like it's
Gay
not
people are awesome, especially you too.
Yeah.
And I have fun right now, so let's speed this out, okay?
Okay, well,
Having fun. Let's speed it up. I gotta go watch my shows.
I'm having fun right now.
I know, just like growing up with you specifically, Megan, like I didn't know. I mean, and we weren't close for like
Certain years.
I love it.
We're gonna get in trouble.
I adored it. I love gay people.
He does love gay people.
You'll get, like, I think the worst thing is that we've both had it happen to us, like, where someone you think is a friend will make a comment, like you had somebody say, I support you, I just wish that you were with him.
Yes.
Okay, let's make bed together.
Yeah.
That's a yeet. All right, welcome to Baker's Factory. Get ready this up because I have a lot to do, places to be. Same with Jenna as well. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up our good number 2 gay couple. Give it up for Miss Brynn and Megan.
That was so
What an
good.
intro.
Number
you.
2. I love the honesty, Derek.
No, seriously.
Me too. Me too. In fact, you do look orange today, Jen.
Well, it's September 2nd, and it's
It is.
officially spooky
It's
season.
spooky season.
I actually got out all my Halloween decor today.
Well, I can't wait to see it over the weekend.
The
gonna
summer
be
decorations are gone, and the spooky season decor is out, and I'm pumped.
Spooky.
I'm into it. I already did a fall redecoration as
She
well.
did.
Yes.
We went.
And just to backtrack to Derek's intro to clarify places to be, the place that he would like to be is in his bedroom because we are actually recording this on Labor Day. So Derek was at the river all weekend.
Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor
I
Day.
just want to vote that out.
Derek was at the river all weekend, which means he was celebrating a different kind of WWE, which our dad calls without Wi-Fi entertainment.
Oh.
Derek doesn't like that kind of
No.
WWE very much.
No, I do not. Thank you for reminder.
Yep, but because of that, he is a little bit behind on all the wrestling that took place over the weekend. So the place he needs to be is his bedroom so he can catch up on wrestling.
Yeah, that is Badger Berlin, AEW Collision, and finish that with NXT No Mercy. And hopefully get them done before Monday Night Raw. So
Yeah, we'll see about that. But either way, I think you'll get them done between now and tomorrow, and that's what matters, yeah?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm really hoping to get it done today before Raw starts. So.
Cool. Well, good luck with that. But now we're going to talk to our girls, Megan and Brynn.
They are pretty for sure. Like, look at them.
I know, they're very
Thank you,
pretty.
Derek.
Done it. And this one's hugging me.
Oh, you do love hugs.
This one.
Okay, so let me give a little bit of background info. Is that cool with you?
Well, let me background. Give it up for the TikTokers, Brynn and Megan.
Oh, backward, but that's okay.
Megan and
Megan and Brynn.
Megan and Brynn.
That's okay, perfect.
This episode of Take Fire.
Okay, so Megan and I actually go way back to the first day of kindergarten.
No, literally.
Yeah, and what was it? Kindergarten and second grade? I
Which
think
one?
That was it.
Which one?
Because we had
Maybe-
we had Mrs. Hughes twice, right?
Yes.
But I don't remember. Or fifth grade.
Fifth. I was going to say
grade.
maybe fifth as well.
Yeah. So Megan and I grew up together, and we actually went to all of school together, including college. But we have reconnected recently because Megan and Brynn have started their content creator journey. I know.
Well, congratulations
A little
for you
unexpectedly.
guys.
Oh, thanks.
Before
Yes.
we backtrack to that, Jenna, I got so exciting news for you.
Oh, I did hear. Okay, before we get full-fledged into this convo, I did hear you had something really exciting to share with me.
Very big.
Please tell us.
You can hear it. You too can hear it, and especially those two are, as well, which is Jack and Jake as well.
Yep.
The whispers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I kayak first time.
That's
All
big
the way?
news.
All day
Yep.
long?
Saturday and Sunday.
All the way? From where we drop in to where we take out? Did you
Yeah,
do
I
it
was
the whole
like, define
time?
all the
Uh-huh.
way.
On Saturday and Sunday.
Wow. All by yourself?
All by myself, baby.
That is so okay, guys. This is actually like a really huge accomplishment. Derek, like less than
It
4
was
years
on my
ago.
Bucket list in 2024 and
Wow.
finally got it.
Yeah, like less than 4 years ago, Derek, we wouldn't even let him go kayaking without like somebody being able to have like a rope attached to him or something, because he just like didn't really know how to do it. He didn't know how to steer himself, that sort of thing. We actually did earlier this summer kayak Lake Tahoe, and
Wow.
Derek did do it by
Love
himself,
Tahoe.
which is really, really cool. But the river it's a little less than a 10-mile. I'm probably going to butcher this now that I'm saying this. I'm like, my dad's going to text me and tell me how I was wrong. But it's like somewhere between 8 and 10 miles, the stretch of river that we kayak when we go down there and do our float trip every week, or like at the weekends that they're at the river. So the fact that you did it twice, 2 days in a row, all by yourself, that's freaking huge.
I know.
Impressive.
And I got so excited for it. I actually vlogged 2 times over the weekend.
Oh, did you?
And I got all that on camera too.
Oh,
So-
okay. That's good to know. We'll have to take a look.
Professional
Jack and
content
I will have to
creator.
take a look.
Well, in that case, you should have been making folder part 1 and part 2
Okay.
of the river.
I'll make a folder. Okay.
Sweet.
I have one more thing I want to bring up actually, because we didn't talk about this when we were at the river a couple weeks ago when I was there with you.
Uh-huh.
Derek got drunk.
What?
Yeah, I got lit before.
I got lit.
What
What'd
was
you
the drink of choice?
Yeah, what'd you drink?
Well, I did have beer and a little bit of. Okay, lot of beer. Okay,
It was a lot of beer.
It was a lot.
It was
A lot of beer.
definitely the most alcohol Derek's ever had in one sitting. So this is what happened. It was kind of hilarious. So we were on the river, and it was Chris and I and like some of Chris's best friends and their girlfriends and stuff. And so Derek wanted to come kayaking with us from the beginning, but we just didn't have enough space in the boats for it to work out. So he was actually kind of mad at us. But I told him, I'm like, okay,
Revenge
listen,
drunk.
we've packed 2 coolers. And the smaller of the 2 coolers, we're going to drink out of that one first, so that by the time we meet up with you at lunchtime, we'll get rid of the small cooler, and then you can take the place of the small cooler. And he's like, okay, bet. So
And I took it.
he did. He
Like a
came
champ.
at lunch, and my friends Tanner and Lally had the canoe, and we took one cooler out, and Derek got in the canoe with them. And then we kind of separated, and it wasn't intentional that we kind of like split up, but Katie and Ryan were really far behind, and Chris and I and our other friend like ended up waiting for the 2 of them to catch up. But the canoe, they kind of got ahead of us. So we were probably like the first moment that Derek got in the canoe, we were immediately separated from each other for at least like 45 minutes to an hour. So Derek, the deal was if Derek was going to go in the canoe, he was going to man the cooler. And so Chris's
And salute on that.
so Chris's buddy Tanner is, at the back of the canoe, and Derek's sitting in front of the cooler, and it's Derek's job to provide the beverages from the cooler. And I guess what happened was Derek thought maybe he should keep up with Tanner. So when Tanner asked for another beer, Derek's like, oh, well, let me finish mine and let me get another beer.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, I've been away for about 45 minutes to an hour, and I come kayaking up, and Tanner like looks a little panicked, and he's like, Jenna, come here. And I'm like, what's wrong? And he's like, come here. And he like whispers to me because he doesn't want to like offend Derek. And he's like, how many beers can he have? And I'm
What's
like,
his tolerance
well,
level?
I mean, I don't know. Like normally he'll like in the most he's ever had in one sitting is probably like 3 or 4. And I'm like, well, how many has he had? And Tanner's like, like that might be his 4th. And it's been like
In like
an
45
hour.
minutes. Derek was putting back a beer every 10 minutes.
Yes. So they did tell me that they did actually dump one out behind his back because they got nervous.
Old school trick.
And
Yeah.
they were afraid of the fact that he was trying to keep up with Tanner. And then You actually did. Once I caught up, I'm like, bro, like, how many beers have you had? And you're like, I'm fine. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe some water. You're like, okay. And he did, like, very willingly get a water out and, like, drank the water. Well, mom had a headache, so she left. So it's just, like, Derek and me and Katie and, like, the boys. And Derek is like, I'm hanging with the boys. And so I think in the matter of, like, I would say, like, 2.5, 3 hours, he easily had, like, 7 beers, which is probably double how much he's ever had in one sitting.
Double trouble.
And so then Tanner's like afraid that our parents are going to be pissed at him because he let him have all this beer. And Derek has become quite sassy with Chris. And Chris and Derek, like, it was very playful, but like Derek is just letting Chris have it. And Chris is dishing it right back. And I thought at one point the two of them might like actually start wrestling. We were all feeling it at that point.
Can you imagine Derek Baker versus Chris at Bad Blood?
I know. I thought
real bad blood there.
I thought they were
gonna
gonna
come out.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna get out and tackle each other into the river because they were both like feeling themselves, and so they were just sassing each other back and forth. And it was pretty hilarious.
Was there a hangover involved?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked this. Okay, so I don't think you were hungover. Like you felt fine, right?
I felt fine the whole time.
But what was funny, this was hilarious actually. So we get back and I tell mom, I'm like, so here's the thing, Derek drank a lot. And
you're like, I'm just
like, there's no, I'm like, he seems fine. He did drink some water between some of the beers, but like he definitely drank more beer than he's ever drank before. And she's like, great, thanks. Okay, cool. And so she hands him a water. She's like, you need to finish this. And he's like, okay. Well, he gets back and he had the hiccups. And so
not the drunk
Dad,
hiccups.
Oh my God, this was so funny. So Dad, when we get back, the kayaks get like covered in sand and rocks and things like that. So we lean them up against the cabin and then Dad will spray them off with the hose to clean off the kayaks, and then they dry overnight before we put them away, whatever. So Dad's spraying off the kayaks and Derek has the hiccups. And Derek has this idea. What did you tell Dad? Do you remember?
Yeah, I told Dad to spray me because I got hiccups.
Yeah, he looks at Dad and he goes, spray me in the face, get rid of my hiccups.
It could work. Sometimes scaring people.
Yeah, so of course, my dad. He's like, okay.
Sure. Yeah.
He's like, oh, this is great. And so next thing you know, Dad's like spraying Derek straight in the face.
Everyone's like, what?
Because Derek asked him to. Did it get rid of the hiccups?
It did, actually.
Oh, well, there you go.
So new trick. If you have the hiccups, just spray a hose in your face.
Yeah, just take a hose to the face. No big deal. Yeah, but
no hangover.
I don't think you were hungover. I think you were fine after that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was fine after that.
Did you take a nap?
Nope.
Just drank the water, and then you're good.
I drank the water and I peed and I was fine after that.
That's me.
Okay.
I peed it out.
Peed it out.
Peed it
We're
out.
We're good.
It always works.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
There you go. So backtrack. We reconnected recently. When did you reach out? Was that like June?
Yeah. So we very randomly posted our ring video. I don't know if we want to get into that.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Brynn and
So
I
random.
actually, so the whole silly goose thing comes from the fact that we got a cat, and the cat's
the most
name.
perfect cat on the planet. I'm not kidding. I was not a cat person, and I'm obsessed with him.
And
Are you a new cat person?
Yes.
I'm a new cat person.
She's an up and coming.
But like an obsessive new cat person.
Oh, Chris and I are finishing our basement, and my dad helped frame it, and I made him frame like a little section under the stairs for our future kitty.
Yeah.
Where the litter box is gonna go. It's
Yes.
gonna be like the
Amazing.
kitty cubby.
Yes.
Love that.
And
God, that is so awesome.
That's
Yeah.
genius.
Yeah. So Chris transformed me into being a cat person.
I'm a
I
dog
transformed her.
person through and through, and then
But now I
I'm
think
a
you're
dog
about
person.
50-50.
yes, you'll have to see my dogs. They're also
okay, so
perfect.
the
I can't
cat's name is Goose?
His name is Goose.
Okay.
So we made the account really just to show like our family and friends our perfect cat. And
Right.
Nice
just
raising your shirt says.
Well, we
Silly
got
goose.
you one, but it didn't come.
It'll
in
come
time,
in the mail
so you got it
in a little bit. You'll have
Well,
one as well.
I can't wait to wear it. I can't wait to wear
Yeah, you'll have to send us a video of you in your shirt, okay?
We can do that. We can tag him.
Cool.
So then we made like a few cat videos, and then obviously there's only so much you can post about a cat.
A cat, yeah.
And so then I guess, yeah, it was Pride Month. It was June, like very beginning of June. One of our friends had sent us a video drunkenly, actually. And she was like, you guys are such a cute couple. You guys should start posting more. You should post on TikTok. And so we actually should post that video because it's quite iconic. She said that to us 3 days before we posted the ring video.
It's the encouragement you needed.
No, really, it was
like the final
because at first we
little
were
kick.
like, no,
You're like,
whatever.
no.
Yeah.
I'm having fun now. So great people.
Great people.
I'm so happy you're having
Love
fun.
that.
So then we posted, I was like, I think when we were like just first dating, we would download the videos and send them to each other just because they were cute. It's a compilation of our Ring camera catching all of our like transition from beginning of dating to like actually dating.
Yeah.
It
Right.
was just
Okay,
a cute
so
little montage.
Derek, do you know what the Ring doorbell camera is?
A Ring doorbell.
It's like when people have a camera right outside their front door so that they can watch.
I know something you're
Right.
talking about.
So for Pride Month, Megan put together a video of her and Brynn.
Hang on.
Okay,
Before
okay.
you finish that,
Right.
I just saw a doorbell camera before, and this TikToker making cool names. We got Tommy and
Was it a Ring, like a doorbell camera video?
yeah, it's kind of like that.
Okay, so that's what Megan and Brynn posted, and it was kind of like a compilation of when they first started dating to like being in love.
And Billy is the name, and he doesn't know that was a doorbell.
Oh, so it was like a
He
little prank.
doesn't know that was a doorbell camera, and he's writing a book on it. Like,
So you know what we're talking about though. So like when you see the
Yeah.
doorbell cameras
Yeah.
and you can see someone right outside of your place.
Yeah.
So that's the video that they made. That was their first viral video.
we posted it. We
well,
put
that is really cool. So
We'll have to show you it.
we will.
Jenna will.
I think I did show him once. I just don't know if he remembers. Because I
Jenna
think,
will show me over the weekend.
yeah.
Can you set your set reminder on your phone and
Okay.
do that this weekend? And also, I think I feel really good at targeting the best girls.
I know. Okay,
Thanks,
so let's talk
Derek.
about the first time they went viral. Yeah?
Oh yeah, speaking of that, before
Oh, you go ahead.
that doorbell camera
Mm-hmm.
viral moment you have on TikTok, so did I.
You've had lots of viral.
We have lots of viral videos. That's another fun
So-
fact we'll have to tell you.
Yeah, I do have to tell you a fun fact about yourself.
So my viral moment was now Katie.
Yeah, so the first time Derek ever went viral it was right at the beginning, like 3 weeks, 2 weeks maybe since we started posting. And, you know, Derek has the things he does.
We guys started posting before Kim Okasi did.
Oh, well, look at that. So
And now we're cool.
put it there. So
That came out.
You are cool. You are cool.
So we started in March of 2020, and I think this was like maybe the first week in April that we had posted this video. But Derek has his chores that he does around the house. And one of the chores that Derek does that he's very good at is sweeping the stairs. And the stairs get really
Cleaning
hairy.
the stairs, actually.
Cleaning the stairs, whatever you want to call it. The stairs get really hairy because the dogs go up and down and stuff. So Derek
Yeah, I
is...
said a lot.
They shed a lot, and Derek, that is one of the
Kids
chores
annoying.
that he is good at doing. So that is his responsibility. So the video does look like he looks a little Cinderella-esque because he
I
is
am not a
this
Cinderella.
he is like sitting on the stairs, like cleaning the stairs.
like-
And normally I'm Derek's favorite sister. And that day I was not
That's right.
Derek's favorite sister. And so Katie tried to take advantage of the fact that she knew he was pissed at me.
She gained the
And
status of favorite sister that day.
So she comes up to Derek while he's cleaning the stairs and she's like, "Hey Derek, who's your favorite sister?" And he was not having it. And he said, "Not now, Katie." And she's like, "Come on, Derek, who's your favorite sister?" And he said, "I said not now." And we posted it. And next thing you know, and at this point, like, I hadn't even seen them since the pandemic started. Like, I was editing the videos from my apartment, but I hadn't even
Oh.
seen him in person yet
Oh,
because
that's
we were
interesting.
still, like, quarantined away from
yeah.
each other. And I posted
It's
this
another
video.
viral moment, and I did this before. That match is next. coming up next. Match is next. There's your favorite moment.
Okay. Well, I don't remember that one, but we like posted
it's out
it
there now, so
and then
make it happen.
it just like instantly like it had 10,000 views. It had 50,000 views. It just like
it's crazy when it
Yeah.
happens because we
Just like
we
your
totally didn't
thing.
expect it either.
We put our phones down.
We
'cause
literally,
were packing to go to
in very gay fashion, we were taking a bath
Yeah, we
together as
were.
we were editing it, and then
There's no we. I would like it to be known. I don't edit. I'm working on it, but you edited that.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
it was a suggested audio, like
Yeah.
it was just so easy. I like clipped,
Yeah.
posted it. I was actually leaving for out of town in like 2 hours, so I was packing, picked my phone back up, and I was like, oh, like 30 people have commented on it. That's kind of crazy. And then I leave and we're driving, and Bryn's texting me like, oh my god, all these people are liking it, commenting on it, and then Ring commented on it, then Hyundai commented on it.
Chelsea
my car's
Cutler
in the
commented
video.
on it, and I screamed.
Yeah, just like crazy.
Wow.
And Danae. I
fast.
don't know if you guys know Danae.
Another lesbian.
And I love her.
That's cool.
So I called you, and I'm like, dude, what is happening?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And then
and that
that's
was
when
like
we
quick too, like
Yeah.
within a day.
within like
hours.
It was like
Hours.
yeah. Within
and
hours,
then
yeah.
we really didn't even have that much content up on our page of us as a couple, but people
No.
still started following us. So we were just like, I guess we should take advantage of this moment because people like, I think we from that video alone we got like 6,000, 7,000. I don't know,
Right.
so, like a large. When we posted the video, we had like 30.
We had 30 followers.
Yeah.
Friends and family.
Friends and family who wanted to see
Yeah.
our cat.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, there's this family and also celebrities should like you guys.
I would say
There's
that,
like
but
me
thank
as
you.
well.
You're
They
getting
are the Matter
We're
family.
trying.
They do TikToks, YouTube,
Content
teams
creation.
as well. Like
What's their name?
Shameless Matter,
Matter.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I'll have to
We
check
got
them out.
Shameless Matter, Hussy Matter, and Jordan Matter, which is I'm actually Team Shameless, like all the way.
Oh.
Like she. Here's the thing about Shameless and her dad. They always could compete the Matter Cup.
Oh, is this the family that like they create games and they play games against each other?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like doing that, like squid parroting or squid t-shirts, something like that. How they sing, they do all of it. They're phenomenal on YouTube, and I actually describe Jordan Matter on YouTube. So I was really cool watching them all the time. So.
Well, what's cool is like Megan and Brynn are kind of just getting started. So their first viral video just happened in June. So
Well, that's really cool for you guys.
a year from now, they might really be celebrities. Like you never know.
You never know.
Have you gotten recognized from your videos at all?
No.
Like in public?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
We joke about it though.
Yeah.
we were out yesterday, and somebody was like staring. So it was like a big group of us, and Megan and I were like, I think it's because we posted on TikTok. Obviously not the case at all.
And
But
obviously
it's-
kidding, but I was like, you
yeah.
think I recognize this from TikTok?
I'm like, let me put my sunglasses on really quick.
And
It happens.
on famous birthdays too.
Oh, because see, like for us, I feel like Derek's very recognizable.
Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
And
So
I'm pretty
I feel
good
like
at
you
it.
guys on your account, it's known like he's been at Cardinals games and like
Yeah.
the area. So I'm
Right.
sure people in the area are also like,
aware.
it would make sense.
Totally.
Yeah,
if
they're
you
like,
ran
oh
into-
my god, yeah, they are from St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
and
does.
but it's
I
funny
Actually, wearing
I like that shirt.
right now.
because it does
King
happen.
Of WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's
do-
cool.
It does happen where people will just like stare,
Yeah.
and it's like, I know you're like we know you're
Right.
staring at us.
Yeah, yeah.
One time, Katie and I were going to dinner with Derek. It was just the three of us, and we were like getting out of the car, walking inside. This man was just recording us.
Really?
Paparazzi.
Didn't say a word.
And
Didn't
that
say
happened
hi. No wave.
So at
That
least
happened on-
asked for a picture.
Nothing. Absolutely no acknowledgement. But
happened-
straight up.
That happened at AEW Dynamite. Some random person saw us down below, film us, and I know it was on TikTok.
That's true. We were next to the ring at AEW, and we were making content by the ring. And then Derek found a video after the event. Somebody recorded us while we were making content and then posted it and tagged us like Baker Banter in the house. And Derek's like, look, they saw us.
That's
so
hilarious.
Like,
so you were paparazzi.
yes. Well, when we go to wrestling events, it's very
Especially
common.
every
Yeah.
TikTok page
You
that
got like
I've
your like
been
niche.
on.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know, maybe Ben Aslan.
Who?
Ben Aslan. He's
Oh.
no.
Is this a wrestler?
All these TikTokers that I don't know that he's talking about.
Well, there's a lot of people.
Okay, we don't need to list the
on
people.
YouTube.
Let's
There's Ben, Lexi, and Andrew.
He said,
Okay.
No matter family, they're all incredible. So
Let's talk about the girl's journey though. Can we do that?
I just want to shout out to you, Shaylis.
"Aw."
Shout out.
Shout out, and I want to do
Biggest
this
fan.
with you and our good friends as well,
Mm-hmm.
Megan and Brent.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
good
got
job,
it.
good job.
And you got it
Heck
right.
yeah.
I want to do this, you guys. Let's get Team Janice on 3. 3, 2, 1. Team Janice!
I don't even really know what he's saying, but that's
Team
okay.
Janice on 3.
Candace, Candace,
Shayla?
Is Shaylis.
Shayla's. Okay, whatever you say.
Team Shaylis.
I believe you.
Big
All of
fan
our
of her.
faces were like, what?
Yeah,
we
I
don't know what we're
believe
Team
you.
doing.
Shaylis all the way.
Team
Woohoo.
that.
Team
Okay,
that. Yeah.
So now your video has like over 3 million views. But when it first came
Team
out, you got
Shaylis.
like, because that's when you reached out to me because you were getting contacted by like Ring and they wanted to
And, like,
repost it.
news.
And so like Newsweek contacted us, and then Ring contacted us and wanted us to sign a contract. And it was when they were sending contracts that I was like, we have
Are
no
you trying
clue
to
what we're doing.
yeet over there?
What?
Are you trying to yeet?
Yeet, yeah. There's a wrestler who that kind of has that hand motion that
No,
you just
unfortunately,
did.
I just talked
so.
with my hands.
No, that's okay. We love
Well,
the
it's not
yeet.
like this. It's like this.
Well,
Just be a
it's
silly
really
goose.
more like this, but this is like a
You know it.
a little
Like a baby
version of
version.
it.
Yeah.
Yeet.
That's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, we do love a yeet. We are Team Yeet in the Baker
Okay,
family,
so it's a
just
good
so you
thing.
know.
We
It's
are
a good
Team
thing.
Yeet, not no Yeet. We are Team Yeet. We are Team Janice. We're Team everything.
Perfect.
Team
Okay.
Brynn and Megan.
So they were trying to get you to sign
I
a
like
contract.
that one. Is that Janice?
How about Derek? How about Team Silly Goose?
Yes.
Team Silly Goose all the way.
Yeah.
All the
We
way.
have Team Yeet. We have Team Shaylis.
Okay, we're gonna reel it in.
That's my girl. Shaylis all the way.
Okay,
Love you, Shaylis. Give it me too. And I can't wait to be your friend.
okay. I'm loving this energy, but reel it in. We're gonna go back to the topics we have prepared. Yeah. Are you cool with that? Are you cool with that? Okay.
Yeet.
Okay. So they were sending you contracts, and then that's when you sent me a message.
Yes. I can't remember what I said, but I basically was like,
Help.
What do
you're
I do?
in this
Maybe
space.
you
And I was pretty
just
sure at
said
that point that you had
contract
taken
that
that
you-
on full time.
Yeah.
And so I basically was like, what? I just didn't want to make a mistake. And now after like hearing more about it, like there are people who will send you like exclusive contracts so you can only work with them. And that's the only time you really could make a mistake like that.
Right.
But I was also like, did people ask for money? Like, I don't know.
We had no idea.
We had no clue what we were
Yeah.
doing,
Right.
essentially.
Yeah.
It's so. I mean, even I've been doing it for 4 years now. At this point, I still don't know what I'm doing, you guys. So it's fine.
It is a
Um,
learning curve, and I respect everybody now, even
Yeah.
not that I didn't before, but more so who does it full time, because there's a hustle to it for sure.
Yeah, and like nothing. I mean, from a financial standpoint, like nothing is guaranteed. Like
Totally.
And Derek, God love him, like he doesn't have to deal with that at
Right,
all.
that side of
and
things.
he's like, money.
He gets the benefits.
He's like, money doesn't matter. Like we just
Well,
make
money
content.
doesn't
It's
matter
fun.
with me.
I know. Lucky you.
I
Yeah,
know that
really.
for sure because I'm Team Yeet and I'm Team Shaylis too.
I know. But besides
I
that,
am
like,
obsessed with Shaylis. She's like Jill Ortega.
okay, reel it in.
I can't.
So you guys, like, when you did decide to start
There's a reason I
posting,
love this girl.
I
I love
you.
both of you.
I know.
Aw,
That's a Yeet.
That's a
You know
yeet for
Shayla?
sure. Oh my god. Okay, so when you guys did decide to like, you know,
I'm having fun right now. That's all that matters.
I can tell.
High five. Yeet.
Okay, when you did decide to start posting and like sharing more of yourselves and like your personal the more personal side of it, like why did you come to that decision, and what does that kind of like mean to you to like show that side of your relationship?
I would say for me, it's about representation for like the younger women out there, because when I was growing up, I feel like you don't see two gay women that look like Megan and I, you know, like you grow up and you're supposed to do this X, Y, and Z. And so I feel like we have a lot of DMs from younger people just saying that they feel safe watching our videos and they respect us and they want to like grow up, and I don't know.
Yeah, super cute.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say the exact same thing. I think, I don't know, at least for me growing up, I don't know if you felt differently. Like where we went to school, I never saw a couple that looked like us. So I don't even think that my brain was
It doesn't go there.
opened up to those kinds of things. Just the like queer community.
Just clarify, excuse me.
Yeah.
He burped.
He
So
burped.
he's just saying, excuse me. Thank you for your
Thought you had a
nice
question.
manners.
I just think the queer community can look so many different ways and be so diverse. And so just putting it out there that like you don't have to look a type of way or act a type of way or be, or I don't know, anything like that, just to be queer. And I think that's what I didn't grow up seeing, is that you can be queer and still like makeup or girly things, or you know, like it's not one or the
There's
other.
not a
And I
rule
think,
book for it.
yeah, when you're younger, sometimes they're like, oh, if you're not tomboy, if you're not this, you're not gay, and that might not necessarily be true. And so I was like, all things can exist, you know, like I can like girls and I can also like makeup and like all things girly if I want to. And I think we both feel the same way. And so we have had like younger people in our DMs, and it's so sweet. And they're like, just seeing you has made me feel more comfortable about myself, and just seeing that does exist and that is out there, because there's smaller towns than we even grew up in where I don't think people see, much less gay relationships at all, you know?
Yeah. So what was, and I have this question for both of you, so whichever one of you wants to answer first, but growing up, when did you know you were gay? What was that experience like for you? I think we've talked about this a little bit. I think you guys have pretty different experiences. And I think that's one thing that the younger community does need to know, that like it's
gay
not...
people are awesome, and visiting you too.
Yeah.
And I have fun right now, so let's speed this up, okay?
Okay, well,
having fun. Let's speed it up. I gotta go watch three shows.
Okay, thank you for your honesty. If you would let me stay on topic, I think we'll get it done quicker. So how about you do that?
I'm done. Go ahead, Jenna.
Okay,
take over.
Perfect. So what was?
I'm having fun right now.
I know, just like growing up with you specifically, Megan. Like I didn't know. I mean, and we weren't close for like
certain years.
Okay, hey, we're gonna have a serious conversation now. Will you allow it?
Sorry.
Can you control yourself? We've got this. We've got this.
I accidentally snorted.
Oh,
From
is
laughing.
that why we're laughing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Derek, take a drink of water, bro. You're doing a lot. I love it.
We're gonna get in trouble.
I love this, but I do want to have some. I want to make a difference with this conversation, and that's one thing that I think, like for you specifically, you like I didn't know that you were gay until much later, like after college.
I didn't know either.
Right. So like, what was that? I want to know your story too. But what was that experience like for you? Like coming to that realization within yourself and you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So for me, I think that sexuality is, of course, a spectrum, and then also. You can, so for example, like I would consider myself a lesbian now, but I do think there was a time where I found attraction to men, and it wasn't like dragging teeth, or is that even what you say?
Pulling teeth?
Dragging teeth.
Like dragging teeth sounds really painful.
It wasn't like,
might hurt.
It wasn't pulling teeth or like completely foreign. Like I had a great relationship with a man, but for some reason something always felt like it was missing. But because it wasn't like the hardest thing in the world, and I can look at a man and find him attractive, it wasn't until I had an experience with a woman that happened drunkenly, and I was like, oh shit, that is what things are supposed to feel like when people talk about fireworks and, you know,
Butterflies.
like butterflies and all these things. So it wasn't like it was pulling teeth for me. In the beginning, I like I said, I got along great with men. I had a relationship with a man, so did she, like same experience. But it wasn't until I had that experience with a woman, and then I was like mind blown. And then I had the whole process of coming out and figuring that out. And was it just this person and like just dating other girls too, that I was like, yeah, no, I would classify myself as a lesbian now. But
yeah. So were you like okay with it after it happened the first time, or were you were you scared? Like how did you
I was
feel?
like, this is well, I think because I felt like this whole thing was missing in me for so long that I was like, this is awesome, this is amazing. I was scared about,
but it was like a good
out.
scared.
Yeah, it was a good scared, but I was still just like, oh, this is gonna be a process. This is gonna be a journey. This is going to change my life. And it did take a while for me to find the courage and the confidence to like come out to people close to me, and then for everyone at our high school to find out, and then people started finding out before I could even tell them, and that was a nerve-wracking thing because I wanted to share my own story. And so that's my story, at least, is that it's just a spectrum, and sometimes you don't even realize until you have that first experience with somebody and you're like, okay, that's how things are more so supposed to feel than the opposite. I think you're kind of the same way too.
Yeah. I dated boys, men, I like in high school all throughout most of college, but then backtrack, my freshman year of college, I drunkenly also hooked up with a girl on my soccer team, unfortunately. I was like, oh my God, like never gonna happen again. No. And then I just would date guys out in the public and then hook up with girls because I was like, I don't want this to change my life. Like I was nervous. And then I would say probably like a year after college, I was like, I can't do the faking anymore. Like, it's just not who I am. I'm not genuinely happy. And so randomly I just went out to my mom and I was like, I think I'm gay. And she was like, okay. And I started crying. She's like, why are you crying? I'm like, I don't know. I just feel scared. Like you grow up and you think that you're supposed to do a certain thing.
Sure.
And it's not like my parents were like, you can't date a girl. Like I forbid it. Like they never talked about that, but it's still scary coming out. And then I just started telling people randomly. And then I recently just had a conversation with my dad, actually. Like it took like 4 years. He knew, but we never one-on-one sat down and had that conversation. And it went great. It was fine. But I just was so scared for so long to actually say the words.
Sure.
And it was fine.
Yeah.
So I just think that the earlier you get confidence, I know you can't like gain it yourself, but you can try. I would say do that because it's hard.
I can relate to that. That is really, really cool. I did saw this on TikTok before.
But I do think now more so than we were younger, there's a lot more representation in movies and on TV and obviously on social media, that sort of thing. And this is something like different from your experience, not about sexuality, but there wasn't people with disabilities on the TV. There wasn't. The only people I knew who had Down syndrome were people in our real life that we met at the Down Syndrome Association.
Right.
And like seeing people now, like I've watched people with Down syndrome speak in front of Congress, and people with Down syndrome are models, and Miss Teen Delaware just won, and she has Down syndrome. And like so I think even just from an inclusivity standpoint, like both of the communities that we represent here, they've come so far. Of course, there's still like work to be done, and that's why this kind of representation is important. Okay, so what was your experience coming out to your family?
My family was great. Yeah, my family was great. Shocked for sure, and just needed a little bit of time to like shift their idea of what my future was going to look like, which I understood. And that's, I think, something that a lot of people experience too, especially with people who I had been in relationships with men for not one like consecutive relationship, but I had been dating men up until I was a late bloomer to the lesbian experience, you would say. So they were surprised when I told them, but very accepting and have like welcomed Brynn with complete open arms and love her to pieces. So it's really nice to see. there was a time period where I think I told you this, but like it started getting around in whispers in like the St. Louis world. Like I knew people had been talking about it, so much so that like the first day I started opening up to more people about it, it had already gotten back through this person told this person, got back to me.
Were people gossiping about them, Derek?
People are just speculating about Sam and Tori.
Speculating, yeah.
About Sam and Tori are
dating
or...
Yeah, that's what happened to Megan.
Yeah.
People were speculating about her before she had actually had the chance to tell them.
Well, speaking of that, what is your advice of Sam and Tori relationship?
Yeah, so what was your experience like?
Yeah, so I would just say that, and I wasn't ashamed of it at all at this point. Like when I came out, I was ready to come out, but the one thing that I would have wished is that I could tell my story first to people. And so the gossiping was a little bit hurtful just because it's like, I'm not there to control the narrative. I don't know what people are saying. I get that it's some juicy information at the time. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, Megan's dating girls now. That's kind of crazy. Because at the time, I think, I don't know, it was, and it felt like it. It seemed like a lot of people were talking about it. But everyone seemed to receive it well. I had a couple situations where people were like, we just couldn't believe it. And I don't really know how to take that. Sometimes
I'm like, somebody's like, are you sure? I don't like that question either.
Yeah.
Like,
are sure of what?
Are sure of what?
Like,
or just like, we're so shocked. I just like totally thought that you were like into dudes or something. And I'm like
you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. That's when I would hope that people could keep that to themselves. I'm like, you can feel how you feel, but just don't say it to me.
Yeah.
Because it makes me, I don't know how to respond to that.
Right.
And then I had heard that people were making bets on my sexuality and whether the rumor was true or not. And that is when I was like, why are you telling me this?
Yeah.
I feel like.
And why are you doing
And why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Why are you doing it for one? And also, why are you sharing this information with me? Like, I was betting that I was telling people it was a lie. I was betting that it was false or something. And I was like, okay.
Like, okay, I didn't know you were talking about me, but thank you.
Glad that I was good dinner talk for you.
Right.
But yeah. But other than that,
you also didn't live here. I mean, you don't live here, so like, that's kind of where like in St. Louis is one of those towns that like everybody knows everybody, and like everybody's like one step off from the next person. Like you can very easily make a connection with somebody. So to have, you know, and we went to a big high school, and then we went to Mizzou. Yeah. So it's just like everybody just like wants to know what's going on, and then
I lived in Kansas City, so I felt like it just like spread through multiple towns of like interconnectings of people. You know how it is here.
Yeah.
But I think it was good too because then I moved to Arizona, so I just feel like even just having that slight bit of separation to where I wasn't running into people going out or like at the grocery store or something, I could just have a break for a second and just enjoy without just like a ton of questions. And the beginning was good for me. And now it's like, I mean, we're posting about it. It's all I want to talk about. But I think in the beginning that would have been very overwhelming for me.
Well, it's very weird. I think so. Like, obviously the way we reconnected was via social media. So it's not like the first time we saw each other, I was just like bumping into you.
Right.
But I mean, actually that's not true because before you had reached out to me, you and I did run into each other a couple months ago.
At the Mexican restaurant.
And it's like, I just don't understand why, like, under no circumstances was I just running into and being like, oh, so you're gay now.
Right.
Like,
and saying the most unhinged
why would
people will say like crazy. It's fun. And I don't care about people asking about it, but it's just the way that it's asked about sometimes. I'm like, there's probably a more appropriate way.
I really do understand how this gay thing works, but
this gay thing.
I
endured it. I love gay people.
He does love gay people. I think for Derek, it was like he just, you know, the representation wasn't there in media.
Right.
There wasn't a ton of couples in high school that were in gay relationships. So he just like didn't even see it. It's actually hilarious because, you know, we are good friends with Haley and Kendra.
Yeah,
and we absolutely love them.
We just watched your episode with them on the drive here. We loved it.
Oh my gosh,
they're great.
They're so great.
We'll gladly take number 2 to them.
Yeah,
for sure.
But what's funny is after we were telling, like after we had this relationship with them, and Derek was just like loves them so much, whatever. We were like, Derek, you know, Katie's friend Dylan is gay, and Derek's really? Like he had
another one.
Idea, and that's like, the gaydar you were talking about.
But that's the thing, like he just doesn't.
We could invite him, and his guy friend.
Well, he's just never met like a partner of Dylan's. So when he would see Dylan, it was just Dylan. And like with Derek, like he doesn't have a gaydar. He doesn't care about people's sexualities.
Right.
Like he just has friends.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Dylan coming to our house when Katie was in high school and like being here all the time, he wasn't like, oh, Dylan's bringing a purse with him, so he's probably gay. Like he was just like, that's Dylan's bag. Like it didn't like register anything different to him because it just like in his eyes, he just doesn't like see people like that.
Yeah.
No.
It's like one of the best things I think about Derek is that he does just see people. And like, 'cause I think it's so common that people will look at somebody and you immediately you start making assumptions about their sexuality or this or that or the other. And he doesn't even look at somebody as like, I wonder if they're gay or straight.
No,
he just
just
doesn't
will
think
they
about
be
it at
my
all.
friend?
Yeah.
It's like, are they nice to me? Do
Yeah,
they want to hug?
exactly.
Do they like WWE?
Yeah. Do they want to talk about wrestling?
like
Can I give them a hug?
Shaylee,
Yeah.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah. What's
To-
your advice, like younger people who don't know, like you know what I mean?
Besides that,
But like Sam and Tori, and Tori
like
haven't
Sam
gotten
Tori.
figured it out yet. Maybe they
Right.
don't totally know how they feel or what their sexuality is. Maybe they don't have it totally defined yet. So like, what's your advice to those people?
I always say we always say this too is like surround yourself with people who support you and
And make
encourage
you
you
feel
to be
confident.
yourself.
Yeah.
Because
Also,
I
don't
think
force one way or the other because you see things on social media. Like, just be yourself, and the right people you will attract. And
you don't have to label yourself or decide. Like, you don't have to. If putting a label on your sexuality makes you feel comfortable, then do it.
That's fine.
If you don't want to label your sexuality, because for so long I was confused about my own because, like I said, I wasn't miserable in relationships with men. I just was at times.
Speak for yourself.
Speak for
No
yourself.
offense.
Well, there was
Just kidding.
obviously times where I had been, but I'm not gonna like sit here and say that all of my moments were bad.
Yeah.
But my moments with women were better.
You're like, oh, this makes more sense.
Yeah.
it doesn't mean.
Yeah. So
There's like, I love it.
yeah. So I think it's just like, if you don't want to put a label on it, then just kind of vibe with who you vibe with. You could try one thing one day, another thing another day, and kind of figure it out as you go. You don't have to label it or like define it if you don't want to.
But I do think it, like you said, it is important to surround yourself with friends who aren't judgmental, aren't going to look at you differently if you are that way and if you are whatever way. So I feel like we have a really good group of friends, like the best. And recently just one of her friends was like, told Megan, I mean, you can tell the story, just how confident that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Vic.
Yeah. Just how
she knows Vic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll tell her that. Like that was like such a cute.
So one of our friends has been feeling more like comfortable in her skin, dressing more like
Masculine.
presenting,
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
say, and like cutting her hair short, and
I
that's
say
what,
she cut her hair too.
yeah, and like
and
that's
it
what
looks
makes her
bomb.
feel good, and
Yeah.
she's so much more confident when she is rocking her fits.
Yeah.
And I always encourage it and hype her up as
one should.
yeah. Well, she deserves it. And she sent us the sweetest text the other day, and she was just like, I just want to say thank you guys for always like hyping me up and making me feel comfortable in my skin, because I've like never felt more myself and more confident, and I don't think I would have been here had I not surrounded myself with people who encouraged it. Because you'll get like, I think the worst thing is that we've both had it happen to us, like where someone you think is a friend will make a comment, like you had somebody say, I support you, I just wish that you were with a man.
Yes. I have a close
Which is
family
like
member
the
who,
weirdest thing to say.
I'm going to try and explain it so it doesn't give it away, but whatever. Who literally said to me, well, if you found a man, do you think you would go back to men? I'm like, do I need to spell it out for you? And this was in front of like people, and it just
You're
makes
like,
me
I'm not
uncomfortable.
looking
I'm
for a
not
man.
looking for a man. If I was looking for a man, I would be doing that. Like
Yeah.
I'm dating women because I want to date women. I'm not going back to a man.
Also, why does who I'm with affect you in any way?
Right,
Like, why do you
right.
like? I prefer you to be with a man. I'm like, why? It's my life.
It's right.
It's who I'm going to bed with at night.
Yeah. As
So I
long
don't
as
know.
I'm happy, then nothing else should matter.
Right.
And comments about, so back to Vic, she had gotten comments from people close to her as well, being like, well, I just don't think you should pierce your nose like that, or I don't think you should cut your hair, I don't think you should wear a suit to a wedding, or I don't think you should do this. And she was like, why?
What's it to you?
Why do you care?
Yeah.
And so it's hard going from that to having, or like vice versa. It's hard going from like when people are hyping you up all the time to maybe you go to like a wedding with like old friends, old family, and somebody makes a comment
And they
like
haven't
that.
seen
and
you
you're
in a
like,
while, and they're like,
Yeah.
whoa.
So that's when she had sent us the message, and she was just like, thanks for hyping me up and making me feel myself. And
Yeah.
that kind
Well,
of stuff.
I obviously like keep up with her on social media and stuff, but I didn't necessarily like notice a shift, but I do see that her style is like different than what it used to be.
Yeah.
And it does, like, even just from the pictures and like what I see in your videos and things like that, like she seems to be so comfortable.
So
and
comfortable.
like
Even from when I met her.
And and honestly, like I haven't seen her in years, but the person that I knew, like it just, her style now just like makes sense to me.
It makes sense. Yeah.
And I'm like, I love that for you.
Yeah.
Like do whatever makes you comfortable, like wear what makes you feel comfortable. It just, I don't understand why there's why anybody else thinks they should have to say, like, unless you're walking around where like you're almost naked or something, like what does it matter?
It doesn't
if
Okay,
you're
TMI,
wearing
Jenna.
a button-up shirt
TMI, Jenna.
TMI.
or wearing a crop top, like who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry, Derek. I didn't mean to offend you, but yeah. So I do. Okay, I want to
saw
end
my
with
sister-
you telling Derek about, you know, how you knew him and
Yeah.
that sort of
Yes,
thing.
that's the story.
But before we get there, I just like, if you could go back
I don't mind to hear
to
that.
a younger version of yourself, and like maybe a version of yourself where you felt confused or you felt like unsure, like what would you tell that version of yourself now?
Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
You go so I can gather my
Okay.
thoughts because I'm just going to try and sum it down.
Yeah, I'll kind of like summarize a lot of what we've been saying too. Is I think I would just tell myself first, it's going to be okay. And you're going to be really happy with the way things turned out, because everything feels impossible at first when you're trying to make all of these. Feels like every day you're coming out to somebody and everything is just nerve-wracking, and you're going to be one day on a podcast with old friends who are super accepting and next to your girlfriend. Like, I just think you can't see that far when you're younger. And then I would also just say, surround yourself with people who encourage you to be yourself, your true authentic self, and don't make any comments about it and hype you up at all times. Like, I know it's hard at times, if like anybody's listening or watching, to just totally shift who you surround yourself with. But if you can, pick the people in your life that are gonna like lift you up in all sorts of the matter.
If
I think Tori Nichols is listening right now.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Yeah,
That would be awesome. That's what
if
I would tell her if she was.
I would tell her that too. If I could go back, I think I would do things a bit differently. Just like we said, surround yourself, because there were people in my life that maybe would see somebody that was gay or queer or whoever and make snarky comments. And I wish that I could have just removed myself from that, because then I feel like that delayed the process longer, because then I'm like, oh, well, I can't come out to them because they have this feeling in their head. So that's like the biggest thing for me, is just surround yourself with people that make you happy, confident, and just be yourself.
Good people.
Yeah.
yeah. I saw your video that was like your mom's meeting for the first time.
Oh my God.
And
I
you
never thought that would literally ever happen.
Yeah. And you like put on there that like a few years ago, I would never have been okay with this. And now I'm like, this is the best thing that
It
ever
was the
happened.
best thing ever.
I would have been in the very beginning when I had first realized everything, and I still was in the process of like obviously coming out and all of that stuff. If you would have told me that we're going to go out to dinner and my mom is going to meet my girlfriend's mom, I would have been just like, that's crazy. I mean, I would have been happy about it, but I would have had so many questions about, how did you get from here to there?
Yeah, right.
Literally, like, how did you do it? I think is what my younger self would have probably said. So it was just such a cool feeling, because I was like, I don't think, my mom has never met one of my girlfriend's parents.
My mom has met one of my girlfriends, and she was like, no. And so now she's obsessed with Megan. I'm like, I never would have thought my mom would love my significant other probably more than me, honestly. She loves Megan.
It's great. We have a really great relationship. Yeah. And so I don't know, it was so exciting that we found a time that they could
meet while
and they loved each other too.
Mm-hmm.
So Brynn, actually, you used to work with people with disabilities, yeah?
I went to school to be a special needs teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And like 8th grade was best friends with, I just connected, and I went to school to be a special needs teacher. But then my dad works for the company that I work for now, and he just got me into that. But I still, after college, I worked for Arizona Autism for like 2 years, and then got into what I'm doing now. But I still.
Okay, so Derek, get this. Before they started dating,
Like way before.
way before.
I gotta hear this.
So Megan obviously has known you since before you were a TikTok star.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
But Brynn knew you before she knew Megan.
Yeah.
I was a fan before she was a friend.
I actually showed Megan a video. I was like, you have to look at this account
At
that
this
I follow.
kid.
I'm obsessed with Derek. And she was like,
Aw.
oh, let me see. So I showed her the video, and I have to figure out which one it was. And she was like, dude, they live down the street from me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I almost fell out of my chair.
I was like, oh, the Bakers? Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally have known them since I was 5.
Yeah. And so I was like, I need
not longer,
need to meet him. And now here we are.
And now we're friends.
And now you scared the crap out of me when I walked
So
through your
Brynn
door.
found your
Oh, we
videos
know that was
before
serious.
she even met me.
Yeah, which is crazy.
So Brynn knew who you were before she even knew who I
Well,
was.
I think that's really cool really cool.
And now we're
for
friends,
now,
yeah?
And
Now they're your second
glad.
favorite lesbian
Yeah, now
couple.
we're your
Yeah.
second favorite.
second one. So it's ready to meet the third, the fourth, and the fifth.
She's very excited to meet the third. We can bring more lesbians into your life. We know
We
a
have a
lot.
lot of them at home.
Derek does
I
love
can't
making
wait.
friends with lesbians.
And let's not forget a relationship with Tori and Sam.
Oh, God.
We
We
couldn't.
could never forget
I will
it.
be thinking about Tori and Sam till the day I die.
Yeah.
We're all going to have to watch the episode
No,
tonight.
really.
I need to
While
know
you do your
at this
checklist
point.
of things that you need to do, we
We
will
will do
watch
ours.
Tori and Sam.
Yeah. You'll be catching up on wrestling, and the rest of us
Yeah.
will be watching Tori
Exactly.
and Sam.
So we can feel included into this
Tori and Sam.
theory that you have.
Okay, we do have to wrap up, Derek, but, I know you got to
It's
get...
been fun already.
I know. It has been very fun.
So
I
fun.
think... Is this your first time on a podcast?
Oh, yeah.
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 That on the pop-
So much fun. I feel so official.
I know,
like,
me too.
I know. Yeah. We're just in my parents' guest bedroom, but
Nobody knows.
there is a bed behind the camera.
Nobody needs to know that.
It's the bed. That's all that matters.
It's okay. That was the
It's the
deal.
bed for you.
I know.
Who?
Shayless.
Oh
It
my
doesn't
God.
matter.
Well,
You got a bed.
We're back to that.
yeah. You can come anytime. No, that was the deal
Cool.
when we made the podcast studio. We were like, yes, we can turn it into a podcast studio, but yes, it still has to be the guest
Yes,
bedroom.
yeah.
So we succeeded.
Makes sense.
But yeah, no, this was really, really fun. I think that, like Megan and I were really close when we were younger, and like we've definitely reconnected recently, and I'm really happy about it.
I know, same.
But I do think like you feel like you are the version of yourself that you want to be. And I think that that's like really cool. And Brynn, I think you're absolutely amazing. And I'm really glad that we've connected and built a
me
friendship
too.
recently. And Derek, I do have to tell you, they weren't really sure what the setup was going to be today, and they didn't know if you were going to be here. And I was like, oh yeah, it'll be me and Derek and the two of you. And Brynn fell on the ground. She
Literally.
was so excited to meet
I'll show you the video when we're done. I literally laid on the ground.
And I had my phone in hand, of course. And so it is on video when she found
Yeah.
out she was going to meet you because, as we've discussed,
Well-
she knew you well before she knew me.
She
Yeah.
was so excited.
Well,
You're the real reason she's here.
Yeah.
Is this
Well,
the first
that
time you've
is
met a TikTok
awesome
star?
right now.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is
It's the first time I've met a
awesome.
TikTok star.
Jenna will
I'll show you the video.
show me the video
Yeah.
over the. No, we can't. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So where can our listeners find you? Follow your
You can
your
follow.
videos.
yeah.
TikTok is goose, silly is our
Spelled
TikTok
out.
handle.
So
yeah.
it's like goose, comma,
like
silly.
COMMA. Yeah. And
or
then,
just search Brynn and Megan. I think
Yeah.
it comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brynn with 2 N's.
Brynn with 2 N's.
Yeah.
And then Instagram, we don't have a couples page yet. That might be in the works. But
Yeah.
mine's Megan X Martin, and hers is Brynn Moga with
3 N's and 3 A's.
3 N's and 3
Make it
A's.
tricky
There
to
you
find
go.
me.
My email, I have like Jenna with 2 A's, Baker with 2 R's, and I just have to do that because I have a basic name. And the number of times
Relatable.
people are like, is this how you spell your name? And I'm like, no, it's just
No.
the email
Just-
I could
it's
get.
just- right. You're like, there's
It's
a
just
lot
the
of
one
me
that
out there.
works.
Yeah.
That's why mine has an X in the between on the
Yeah.
Instagram. 'Cause I'm like, there's a bajillion Megan Martins in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this has been really fun. We
So
do have to
fun.
wrap it up. Make sure you find us on all the platforms at Baker Banter. Follow Derek on Snapchat at Baker Banter. Find us on Cameo. I do.
Wishes that will post Money Network cards later tonight. So get ready for that.
Yep.
It's gonna be a fun
Yeet.
night.
Derek does post all of his wrestling predictions on Snapchat. It's a lot of fun. Find us on or find my Etsy store at the link in our bio. I'll have to show you after this. I have an Etsy store now. I'm very excited.
She will show you that after this.
Yeah, we do have Bigger Banter merch. It's at the link in our bio. Ooh. And follow our friends Megan and Brynn.
Yeah,
and
so much fun.
Thanks for having
thank you guys
us.
so much for joining us. This was a
It's
great time.
Yeah.
And
Next time we're in St.
now-
Louis, every time we're in St. Louis, we're going to have to come say hi.
Yeah, we'll have to hang
Well,
out.
like is what we're doing it, go out and get some
Beers.
good beers.
Yeah. Maybe not 7, but
Yeah, maybe
Or
not
maybe-
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
then we'll get hiccups again.
probably not 7, but a few.
A few. Just
yeah.
a few. Yeah.
Just a few.
Yeah, Derek likes margaritas too, so we
Yeah.
He
can,
said
Megan
next
loves
time, beer
margaritas.
included.
yeah, we can do that.
Do you drink beer?
I do. Brynn does not.
I'm trying to learn.
I don't drink beer
Okay.
either.
I
so.
drink wine.
Me and
Yeah.
you, buddy.
All right.
Okay, let's drink beer together.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, that's all we have time for today. Thank you guys so much
Thank you
for
so much.
Bye. Peace out.
Peace out.
Catch us on Thursday for the top 10 in wrestling.
That's right. Peace out.
Peace.